Hello and welcome to Verdictum. I am Ananya Singh and you're watching today's legal news, where we update you with the recent important legal developments across the country. Here are the headlines. CJI DY Chandrachud takes steps towards sexuality sensitization and LGBTQIA plus inclusive infrastructure at the Supreme Court. Supreme Court to hear challenge to Maternity Benefit Act granting maternity leave to adoptive mothers on April 28th. Delhi High Court issues notice to Centre, Delhi Government on plea to enact Advocates Protection Act. Divorcee or single parent eligible to adopt child as per Juvenile Justice Act holds Bombay High Court. Dalkeer Salman movie Kurup does not violate right to privacy of person from whom film inspired, says Kerala High Court. Now let's take a detailed look on the headlines. A bench of Chief Justice of India DY Chandrachud and Justices PS Narasimha and JB Pardiwala taking note of the submission by lawyers mentioning the matter for urgent hearing agreed to hear on April 28th a plea challenging the constitutional validity of the provision of the Maternity Benefit Act of 1961 that provides an adoptive mother legally adopting a child below the age of 3 months shall be entitled to maternity leave for 12 weeks. The provision is challenged on the ground that the 12 weeks maternity leave to adoptive mothers is only a mere lip service and fails to stand the scrutiny of Part 3 of the Constitution of India, as the maternity leave granted to biological mothers is 26 weeks, making Section 5 subsection 4 of the Maternity Benefit Act discriminatory and arbitrary towards adoptive mothers. The Supreme Court, under the directions of the Chief Justice of India DY Chandrachud, has initiated the process towards building a LGBTQIA plus inclusive infrastructure and sexuality sensitization for the community at the Supreme Court. 9 universal restrooms are being constructed at the top court's premises as part of the initiative, along with the online appearance portal being made gender neutral. There are also proposals to broaden the scope of the Gender Sensitization and Internal Complaints Committee to ensure a dignified work environment for the community, among others, at the Apex Court. The Delhi High Court issued a notice to the central government and Delhi government on a plea that sought the enactment of Advocates Protection Act in light of rising incidents of violence against advocates and more particularly after the murder of advocate Virender Narwal. The Bar Council of Delhi informed the court that the drafting of the Advocates Protection Act is under progress. The Bombay High Court set aside a district court order disallowing a woman from adopting her sister's child on the ground of her being a single working woman who will be unable to take care of and give personal attention to the child. Justice Gauri Godse of the High Court criticized the order, saying that it displayed a medieval conservative mindset concepts of a family. The High Court further observed that a divorcee or a single parent was eligible to adopt as per the provisions of Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act of 2015. And the job of the district court is to merely ascertain if all necessary criteria is fulfilled. And when the statute recognized a single parent to be eligible for being an adoptive parent, the approach of the competent court defeats the very object of the statute. And the district court's reason for rejection of the plea to adopt the child was unfounded, illegal, perverse, unjust and unacceptable. The Kerala High Court has held that merely because the Malayalam film titled Kurup is inspired by the life story of a proclaimed offender, that does not mean it is completely depicting the life story of that individual, and that the publication of the said film cannot be said to affect their right to privacy. The statement comes by a bench comprising Chief Justice S. Manikumar and Justice Murali Purushothaman while dismissing a PIL seeking to halt the release of the film starring Dalkeer Salman. That was all on today's legal news. Thank you and keep watching Verdictum, and subscribe to our channel and download the Verdictum app on iOS and Android to keep yourself updated with authentic legal news.